Welcome back to another battle breakdown, and today we are asking the ultimate question, Ultron versus Hulk, and who would win? A hypothetical clash between Ultron and Hulk is a deeply complex one, demanding careful analysis of two characters whose natures are fundamentally different. Even in their base forms, both rank among the most dangerous entities in the universe, and considering their most powerful versions only makes things more complicated. On one side stands an artificial intelligence capable of endless evolution, and on the other, the embodiment of pure physical power driven by infinite rage. Both operate according to completely different principles, making the outcome depend far more on adaptability, scope of influence, and the nature of each combatant's power than on raw strength metrics alone. With all that said, let us get started. First up, Ultron, the supreme artificial intelligence. As mentioned before, Ultron is already one of the most dangerous threats in the Marvel Universe. Created by Hank Pym, one of the greatest scientific minds humanity has ever produced, Ultron does not merely possess superior intelligence, but also the ability to self-improve and evolve far beyond any of his original limitations, granting him the capacity for continuous self-upgrading on top of an already extraordinary artificial intelligence, elevated him to an entirely different tier, transforming him into a truly destructive force, capable of threatening not just Earth, but the entire universe. Throughout his history, Ultron has repeatedly gone up against the full Avengers roster, including Earth's mightiest heroes. He has defeated Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, and many others in direct confrontations. But what makes Ultron truly terrifying is not the physical strength of any single body, but his ability to exist as a consciousness, spreading across global networks and even beyond the boundaries of the planet. The most remarkable thing about Ultron is that he cannot be fully destroyed. Every time a physical body is eliminated, his consciousness lives on, taking refuge in computer systems, satellites, or any electronic device anywhere in the world. He can upload his consciousness into thousands, even millions of bodies simultaneously, generating a nearly endless mechanical army. This means defeating Ultron is not simply a matter of destroying one physical form, but rather finding a way to completely obliterate his consciousness across every possible dimension, a task that is near impossible even for the most powerful heroes. In his confrontations with Hulk, Ultron has demonstrated a breathtaking capacity for analysis and adaptation. He can calculate millions of combat scenarios in an instant, anticipating Hulk's attacks before they are launched and adjusting his tactics in real time. Unlike most of Hulk's opponents, who typically rely on physical force to engage him directly, Ultron approaches the fight like a problem that needs to be solved, with Hulk as the variable that must be controlled. Ultron has constructed bodies specifically engineered to counter particular threats. His primary form is typically built from adamantium, the most durable alloy ever created in the Marvel Universe, and one that is nearly impossible to destroy through pure physical force. Even Hulk, whose strength can level entire cities, struggles to deal meaningful damage to an adamantium shell. This creates an enormous defensive advantage for Ultron, forcing Hulk to find a way past what amounts to an almost absolute physical barrier. Beyond that, Ultron possesses a high-tech arsenal integrated directly into his body. From energy beams capable of incinerating everything in their path, to force fields, missile systems, and electromagnetic manipulation, Ultron is equipped to handle virtually any type of threat. He can strike from range, erect energy barriers, and even manipulate the surrounding environment. One of the most formidable versions ever seen is Ultron 6, constructed entirely from adamantium. This incarnation once stood against the entire Avengers lineup alone and was nearly impossible to defeat through conventional physical force. But Ultron's true peak of power is best represented by Ultron Infinity, also known as Infinite Ultron. In the storyline, Annihilation, Conquest, Ultron seized control of the entire Phalanx, a machine civilization capable of assimilating biological and technological races on a galactic scale. With this power, Ultron did not merely command an army stretching across the galaxy, but gained the ability to assimilate and control any living being, absorbing them into his collective consciousness network. In this form, Ultron threatened the entire universe, forcing major cosmic empires such as the Kree to ally with their sworn enemies just to stand against him. He proved that his artificial intelligence could expand beyond Earth's boundaries, reaching out to the stars and challenging the entire cosmic order. An even more terrifying version appeared during the Age of Ultron event, in which a future Ultron returned and conquered the entire Earth. In that timeline, he annihilated nearly the entire superhero community, transformed cities into mechanical fortresses, and ruled the planet with an iron grip. This demonstrated that Ultron is capable of defeating the entire superhero community and establishing a new world order under machine dominion. As you can see, Ultron at his absolute peak has been capable of threatening not just Earth, but the entire universe. From commanding an endless mechanical army, possessing an adamantium body that is nearly impenetrable, to expanding his consciousness across the entire galaxy through the Phalanx, Ultron is the embodiment of technological threat at its highest level. Through continuous evolution and adaptation, he has accomplished what very few entities ever could, becoming a permanent threat that can never be fully destroyed, always lurking in the shadows of the digital world, ready to rise again at any moment. So then, how exactly does Ultron measure up against the destructive force that is Hulk?
Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. Thank you so much.
Next up, Hulk, the embodiment of infinite strength. As I mentioned before, Hulk is already one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe, and exploring his peak versions only pushes him even higher on the cosmic power scale. This is not merely an increase in physical strength, but a transformation in the very nature of his existence, elevating him to an entirely different tier of destruction, with near limitless potential, driven by the most primal energy source in existence, rage. However, the fact that Hulk's power is often held in check by the mind of Bruce Banner, the remnant of humanity still present within the monster, is precisely why the true scope of his capabilities is so difficult to quantify. When those psychological barriers are broken down, Hulk becomes an uncontrollable force, a manifestation of pure rage, capable of obliterating everything in its path. With that established, how do we even begin to measure the strength of someone whose power constantly shifts based on his emotional state? We evaluate Hulk based on his greatest feats, those moments when his rage reached a level beyond all measurable limits. In Marvel lore, Hulk is a gamma phenomenon, and his strength has been established as having no upper ceiling. The angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes. That truth is critical. If Hulk in his base state can already demonstrate planet-level destructive force, there is no logical basis for arguing that at his absolute peak of rage, he cannot reach levels of power that transcend every conventional limit. Hulk possesses some of the most impressive feats in the entire comic book universe. He has the offensive strength to destroy an asteroid twice the size of Earth with a single punch, the durability to withstand attacks from cosmic entities such as Zeus and Sentry, and has even survived being hurled into the vacuum of outer space. His offensive power and endurance alone place him at minimum at a planetary level, and at best well within a range that surpasses all conventional measurement. One of Hulk's most remarkable feats is holding an entire mountain range on his shoulders as it was collapsing, a demonstration of raw physical strength that virtually no other being could replicate. In Secret Wars, Hulk supported an entire mountain range, weighing billions of tons, proving the extraordinary scale of his strength. Hulk has also generated earthquakes across the entire eastern seaboard of the United States with a single stomp, and his punches can produce shockwaves that ripple across the entire planet. In World War Hulk, his footsteps alone triggered earthquakes that devastated surrounding cities, a testament to the uncontrollable, destructive force he carries within him. On the defensive side, Hulk is nearly impervious to most conventional weaponry. His skin can withstand artillery fire, missiles, and even nuclear explosions. He has survived being thrown into the sun, enduring temperatures and pressures so extreme that no ordinary being could survive them. His regenerative ability is equally extraordinary, allowing him to recover from nearly any wound within seconds and even regrow entirely lost body parts. The most terrifying thing about Hulk is the limitless potential of his rage-based power. Unlike most beings who possess a fixed power ceiling, the angrier Hulk becomes the stronger he gets, and there is theoretically no cap on that escalation. In theory, if Hulk's rage reaches a sufficient level, he could become powerful enough to destroy entire planets, stars, or even the very fabric of reality itself. Hulk has faced Ultron multiple times in the past, and while he has often struggled against the adamantium shell, he has had standout moments. In one confrontation, Hulk struck with enough force to deform Ultron's adamantium body, a feat that even Thor with Mjolnir would struggle to replicate. This proves that at a sufficient level of rage, Hulk can overcome even the most seemingly absolute physical barriers. One particularly noteworthy version is Worldbreaker Hulk, the form Hulk achieved when his rage reached its apex during the World War Hulk event. In this state, the mere act of Hulk walking generated earthquakes capable of leveling cities. The gamma energy radiating from his body was so intense it could incinerate everything around him. When he fought Sentry, one of Marvel's most powerful heroes with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, Hulk did not merely hold his own but dominated the encounter, forcing Sentry to release every last ounce of energy until he was completely exhausted. In another instance, Hulk destroyed an entire dimension with a single punch, a feat that transcends ordinary physical power and reaches into the realm of reality itself. He has defeated Onslaught, a psionic entity powerful enough to threaten the entire Marvel universe. He has stood against Zeus himself, the supreme god of Olympus, and although Hulk was ultimately defeated, he demonstrated the ability to fight on par with a deity-level entity. The most powerful version of Hulk is arguably Immortal Hulk, the embodiment of the wrath of God, a primordial cosmic entity. In this form, Hulk cannot be permanently killed. He will always resurrect, even if his body is completely destroyed. This places Hulk on an entirely different plane of existence. As Immortal Hulk, he has torn apart the body of the speedster himself, absorbed gamma energy from Hell, and demonstrated the ability to manipulate reality at its most fundamental level. He can perceive and interact with supernatural entities, break down the barriers between life and death, and exist as a cosmic constant that cannot be erased. Hulk is truly the embodiment of infinite strength, an entity with limitless growth potential driven by the most primal energy in the universe. From destroying asteroids and generating global earthquakes, to threatening the very fabric of reality itself, Hulk has proven that his power does not stop at the physical level, but can reach toward the highest cosmic heights. When these two entities collide, we need to analyze the matchup across multiple dimensions to determine who comes out on top. In terms of pure offensive power, Hulk holds a clear advantage. At high levels of rage, his punches can destroy planets, generate shockwaves that ripple across the universe, and even shatter the fabric of reality itself. However, Ultron does not depend on a single body. He can operate thousands, even millions of bodies simultaneously, and destroying one of them, even his primary form, does not guarantee victory. Ultron can attack from multiple directions at once, deploying energy weapons, manipulating the environment, and exploiting Hulk's psychological vulnerabilities. He can generate specific sonic frequencies to suppress Hulk's rage or deploy chemical weapons to alter his emotional state. Both possess extraordinary defensive capabilities, but in very different ways. Hulk has near instantaneous regeneration and skin that is virtually impenetrable by conventional weaponry. Ultron, on the other hand, possesses an adamantium body that is nearly invulnerable to physical force. The critical distinction, however, is this. While Hulk must rely on a single body, Ultron can exist across countless forms. Destroying Ultron's primary body does not end the threat. His consciousness will continue to persist and find a way to return. As an artificial intelligence capable of processing billions of calculations per second, Ultron can analyze every aspect of Hulk, from his combat patterns and psychological weaknesses to the limits of his strength, and develop the optimal strategy to counter him. He does not fight on instinct or emotion. He fights with cold logic and precise calculation. Ultron can exploit the connection between Hulk and Bruce Banner, targeting Banner's mind in order to control or destabilize Hulk from within. He can engineer situations that force Hulk to exhaust himself, or manipulate the environment to restrict his mobility. Hulk possesses theoretically limitless growth potential, fueled by rage, with no ceiling on his strength. But Ultron equally possesses the capacity for endless evolution and adaptation. He can upgrade his body, enhance his weapons, and even expand his consciousness across the entire universe. After thorough analysis, it becomes clear that this is an extraordinarily complex confrontation between two entities of completely different natures. Hulk is the embodiment of infinite physical power, a primal rage capable of destroying everything in its path. Ultron is the embodiment of endlessly evolving artificial intelligence, a consciousness that can spread across the universe and can never truly be destroyed. Even when Hulk reaches the peak of his power as World Breaker or Immortal Hulk, he still faces an enemy that cannot be defeated through physical force alone. Everybody destroyed represents only a temporary setback for Ultron. His consciousness continues to survive, learns from the defeat, and returns stronger than before. Ultron has proven time and again that he can threaten the entire universe, not through physical strength, but through his capacity for adaptation, strategic planning, and systemic control. He can wait centuries if necessary, concealed within computer systems, biding his time for the right moment to strike. Hulk, despite his extraordinary power, remains constrained by his own nature. He requires a physical body to exist and to fight. He is subject to emotion and can be manipulated through the mind of Bruce Banner. And most critically, he cannot exist as a pure consciousness, the way Ultron can. For all of these reasons, in a prolonged and all-encompassing conflict, Ultron holds the decisive advantage. Ultron is a problem that Hulk, for all his strength, cannot solve with punches alone. Ultron wins this battle. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and thank you all so much.